Here on the Ashdown High School campus to take on the Ashdown Panthers in another crucial AAA Southwest Conference game. Bobcats come into tonight's game 3-1 in conference play. The Ashdown Panthers 2-2 and fighting for a playoff berth. Really, for the Bobcats, a chance to remain tied for first with a victory. Ashdown, really a survival game for them for the playoffs.
Well, you know, it sounds like a broken record every week, Randy. We talk about this is an important game, and it is an important game for both teams. Number one, the Bobcats' #1 goal starting every year is to win the conference championship. If they win the remainder of their games, they're going to tie for the conference championship. Now, Ashdown is in a position that, quite frankly, they haven't been in a long time, and that is fighting for a playoff berth. As you mentioned, 2-2 in the conference. Of course, if they could beat us, certainly gives them a great opportunity to get that playoff spot. And but they're in a position where they have to keep winning, and the Bobcats are in a position if they want to tie for this conference championship or possibly win it outright, they have to keep winning. And I might mention this is a much improved Ashdown squad than we as Bobcat fans are used to seeing. This is a very athletic and competent football team that has a very competent football coach in Mark Watley, and it's going to be a test for this fine Bobcat football team tonight.
Well, you're exactly right. Coach Watley has got the Ashdown program back in gear. Back to the days when the namesake of this stadium, Dick Hayes, coached the Ashdown Panthers to many state titles. And the Panthers present the Bobcats with a lot of problems tonight. They've got an offense that scores a lot of points. They're a high-gear offense. Henderson, their quarterback, elusive, runs the option well, and they'll be tough to defend for the Bobcats.
Well, they have a lot of quick athletes, and that's usually, you know, when you start something at especially a AAA level, a smaller school like Ashdown, the way that you kind of get things jump-started is you put good, quick athletes on the field. They're not going to be as big as the other AAA teams we see week in, week out. Certainly not a Lake Hamilton size or possibly a Malvern. But they do have some outstanding speed at their skill position. Their quarterback is just one. Have an outstanding sophomore that has good speed. This is a quick, athletic football team that the quick Bobcat defense will have their hands full with tonight.
Then on the other side of the ball, Ashdown has allowed a lot of points. Last week against Malvern, 42-29, the Leopards beat Ashdown, and that's been characteristic of the Panthers throughout the season. Their defense has been allowing a lot of points. That gives the Bobcat offense opportunities.
Well, I think that this is a Bobcat offense that I think admittedly struggled some in the third quarter last week. And this could be a game, if they come out and they play well all 4 quarters, making a minimum of mistakes and sustaining their blocks longer, the Bobcats will be able to put a lot of points on the scoreboard. But by the same token, the Ashdown Panthers have scored a lot of points against some very good football teams this year. You know, just witness the 29 points they put up against the Malvern Leopards. So we expect a wide-open football game that you're going to see a lot of exciting plays. And as we mentioned at the beginning of this telecast, it's an important game that both teams need to win.
Maybe one of the keys for victory for the Bobcats tonight will be if the Bobcat offense can stay in gear for 4 quarters without any mistakes and stay play that 4-quarter game.
I don't think there's any question that, and we talked about it last week. We talked about it on Coach Kell's show. When this football team puts it all together and they execute properly and they put the whole 4 quarters together, I don't know that anybody's going to stop them. So we're at a juncture in the season where the idea is to try to get better and better every week in all phases of the game. Number one, I think defensively we've certainly done that. I think there's been positive signs in our kicking game, and I think for bits and parts of a football game, the offense has certainly done that. The thing we need from the offense is to do that for 4 quarters, and if they do that tonight, they're going to come out of here with a win.
Well, we'll have all exciting action here from Ashdown in this big AAA Southwest Conference game coming up on KTSS after these. Certainly has his team playing well. 2-2 in conference. The Bobcats 3-1.
Well, it's an unusual position for us because we're right in the middle of the fans, and so you're going to get the response of all the good Bobcat plays as Ashdown comes onto the field. But you're right, Randy, it is a position that the Ashdown Panthers haven't been in for a while, and that is the prospects of making the AAA playoffs. Admittedly, Ashdown has been down for several years. It is a fringe school, you know, as far as population goes. In some cases, the Bobcats sprint onto the football field, but this is an Ashdown team that, as I mentioned in the pregame, they have excellent speed at their skill positions. Overall, they're not as big as the Malverns and Lake Hamiltons of this conference, but they do have some linemen that are good size. And as we've mentioned, they put 29 points on the board last week against the Malvern Leopards, and you saw the Bobcats play the Leopards, and you know that they certainly have a competent defense. So this is a football team that offensively can move the football. The job for the Bobcat defense tonight will be to keep their fine quarterback, Daniel Henderson, contained and keep him from breaking something big. He's just real elusive, real quick, and it's a spark plug to their offense. Now on offense, the Bobcats need to do those things that we talked about, and that is to come out and execute, to use their athletic ability, their quickness and speed and excellent passing game, and not make mistakes with that. And if they do that, I think they're going to be in good shape against this Ashdown squad.
Well, the Bobcats won the toss. Roderick Bright and Dietrich Pace, the Bobcat captains, won the coin toss, and they elected to receive here at Ashdown. The Bobcats will be, of course, in their road white jerseys, red pants, red helmets, getting ready for this big AAA Southwest Conference game.
Well, they're all big, as we mentioned, and Coach Kell and I talk each week on his show. There are no breathers here. If the Bobcats entertain any thoughts of winning this conference championship, they'll have to do it tonight, going through the Ashdown Panthers. And you know, it's hard when you come in and the history against Ashdown with the Bobcats. They usually play one of their best games against them. But the thing to get your kids to realize tonight, this is not the same program that Ashdown's been putting on the field the last few years. This is an excellent football team. They will need to keep their mistakes to a minimum because Ashdown is fighting for that playoff berth, and they're going to come out and put forth the best effort. So we look forward to a competitive and exciting football game.
Steve Edwards is back deep for the Bobcats. DeCosta Holyfield and Chad Lacey also back for the Cats. Corey Chandler is the kicker for Ashdown as we get ready to start this conference action. Nice kick by Chandler will be fielded by Edwards. Goes off to the far side, got running room down the sideline, hit by Nutt, but gets pushed out near midfield. It'll be marked at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10, Bobcats, excellent field position.
Well, a great start to the football game. Steve Edwards just took the ball, kind of looked in the middle, and then cut it out to the left side and picked up really good yardage, and the Bobcats will open up their first series of the night with the football on the 46-yard line.
Corey Muldrew will come to the near side. Split right, slot right is Bright. Trip sets now with Markham for the Bobcats. Pitch to Holyfield, the lone setback, and Holyfield gets a couple of yards, tackled there by number 10, Kent Nutt, for the Panthers.
Well, you know, it looked like he was going to have something there for a while, and Ashdown was able, I think DeCosta probably drifted a little wide on that and gave Ashdown a little bit of time to come up, but the Bobcats were able to pick up a couple of yards to bring up 2nd and 8.
Ball at the 48 of the Bobcats. Muldrew and Bright and Markham. Trip set left. Ramsey split right. Holyfield is the lone running back. Dropping back is Courtney Cole. Overthrows D. Bright at about the 40 of the Panthers.
Well, I think that was probably the little kind of hook or slant in. I didn't really see what D ran, but Courtney had good pass protection. Ashdown just did a good job of covering the Bobcat receivers, so bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 8 for the Cats at the 48 of the Bobcats. Rusty Beck leads the Cat line up to the line of scrimmage. Again, Trip sets to the left. Now Ramsey slot right. Muldrew will get the pass from Cole, and he'll make the first down and more. Gets a great block from D. Bright, tripping down the sidelines, and he will score from 52 yards out on a Cole to Muldrew pass.
Well, we have talked about that play many times, and if you really got a wide shot and notice, Ashdown giving Corey Muldrew the greatest of respect, about 10, 12 yards off of him, and that play was there, and Courtney got a good pass out there, and Corey just used his speed and athletic ability to take it in for a touchdown.
Bobcats' Jared Sarles will hold for the Colin Pilkington kick on the point after. Snap is good, kick is good. And so with 11:01 left here in the first quarter of play at Ashdown, it's Hope 7, Ashdown 0. We'll be back on KTSS after these messages. Back, but not this time, as Jelani Solomon will do the kicking for the Bobcats on this kickoff.
Just good execution by the Bobcats there, and a little bit of a different formation as we saw trip receivers to one side.
Solomon's kick is short, fielded there by Michael Williams. Williams misses one Bobcat. Pace knocks him out, as does Chad Lacey on the far side, or on the Ashdown side. Actually, the camera on the near side, we're on the opposite side of the camera.
Yeah, and it's going to be difficult for us to pick up some of the markers tonight, as we have a real poor vantage point, but we'll do the best we can, of course. And not a very deep kickoff there by Jelani Solomon, as Ashdown comes out with the football on about the 32-yard line. Daniel
Henderson is the junior quarterback, and he is an outstanding quarterback. His running backs are Chomsley Ricks, number 32, Ricardo Muldrew, 9. Handoff to Muldrew on the right side. Bobcat defense swarms him. A gain of a couple there after stop by Flanoy, and also looked like Corey Golston.
Yeah, and it's going to make it a little more difficult for us to pick up some of the numbers tonight. So they did pick up about 3, almost 4 on the play, and bring up a second down for the Ashdown Panthers.
Let's make it 2nd and 7 for the Panthers. Panthers have some size on that offensive line. Duckett is the center, and he weighs in at 260. Henderson, watch this quarterback, hands off to Ricks. Ricks hit hard by Steve Edwards after a gain of a yard, maybe 2.
Well, we didn't have any trouble identifying the player there. Steve came up from his safety spot and kept the yardage to minimum gain and picked up about a yard. Brings up a 3rd and 5 for Ashdown.
Remember, this Ashdown offense is very potent, high-powered offense led by Daniel Henderson, number 3, the quarterback. They can score points quick, and the Bobcats have to be aware of that. Danny Young goes split right. Handoff to, I think pitch over on the far side to Muldrew, and he gets the first down near midfield, and we just can't see it. Sorry we didn't call that, but into Bobcat territory. Let's see, they'll mark it just at midfield, right on the stripes, 1st and 10.
Well, there was the option down the line. Of course, the pitch to the running back, and I think we just missed a tackle over there. It really got blocked out, but I think that's what happened, and Ashdown able to pick up their first down of the evening.
You hear the Bobcat band in the background for the Bobcats. Danny Young split left on the far side. Also split right is Guthrie. Handoff to Ricks, and he carries the ball down inside the Bobcat 45, 2nd down.
Yeah, nice gain there by Chomsley Ricks. He's a young man that played well against Hope last year. He's, I think he's about 5'10" or so, weighs 236 pounds, and he's just kind of a bowling ball, and he picked up almost 8 yards on that play.
2nd and a long 2 for the Panthers in Bobcat territory at the 43. Now Young will go split right. We got Williams in the backfield. Number 9 is Muldrew, 32 Ricks. Henderson pitches to Ricks on the far side, a first down near the 35 of the Cats.
Yeah, and there's the option play there, and really got the pitch out there pretty quick on that one, and Ashdown picks up another first down, so their offense moving the football with their ground game.
Yeah, Ricks just goes in motion and waits for the pitch from Henderson, who's running the option down the line.
Well, Henderson is the spark plug. He's the key to this offense. He can run the football and obviously runs the option real well. So he's a young man that we'll have to put some pressure on tonight.
Get in there.
Henderson, junior. Again, hands off to Ricks as he gets through the middle to the 30-yard line. Tackled there by Nick Edwards for the Bobcats and Billy Roberts.
And again, Ricks is, excuse me, that's
Chomsley Ricks.
That's Chomsley Ricks, and he's a powerful runner, but he's down at the moment as several Bobcats came up and put the tackle on him as he broke the line of scrimmage. He was able to pick up almost 7 yards on the play. So Ashdown certainly not wanting their powerful running back Ricks to leave this football game, but right now he was kind of pointing toward his neck or his up around his shoulder. So
got to be careful with that.
Yeah. So Ricks is down on the football field right now.
Bobcats, again, their defense is going to be tested tonight. The Bobcat coaching staff knew that coming into this game. Ashdown knows how to put points on the board. Rick's a good sign getting up, and hopefully he'll be back in the ball game.
Yeah, but I remember him last year, Randy, started the game off with some very powerful runs, and watching him saw him play against Prescott. So he's a powerful young man that will be a valuable asset to Ashdown tonight as the Bobcats call timeout.
With 8:19 left in this first quarter of play, the Bobcats have called a timeout. We'll hold it right here as the Cats, again, Ashdown driving the ball well and down in Bobcat territory at the 30.
Well, you've seen the option, and you know, they like to give the football to their fullback Ricks there. We haven't seen him put the football in the air yet, or actually seen their quarterback Henderson run with the football. And right now they're pretty much trying to establish their football up the middle and pitch outs to their tailbacks. And Henderson, the quarterback, hasn't kept the football yet. So that's something that the defense will need to continue to be aware of, is Daniel Henderson taking that football and using his speed to try to pick up some yardage.
One thing you have to look for in this type of offense that Ashdown runs is they are pitching the ball a lot, handing off a lot. They have to execute well. A miscue can cost them the football, and they tend to fumble quite a bit.
Well, if you can execute this offense, it's just a headache for a defense. I mean, there's always things happening, a lot of faking going on, and you don't always know where the football is. So, but Ashdown done a good job of executing thus far.
And Danny Young will go far to the right side. In motion is Williams. Hand off to Brandon Pounds, who came in for Ricks. He's hit hard, but he drives through across the 20 as Billy Roberts hits him there.
Yeah, they're just opening up some good holes there at the line of scrimmage, and you know, picking up big yardage. So they'll pick up another first down as Paul Wilson, the sophomore defensive end, comes in to replace Dietrich Pace.
1st and 10, Ashdown on this drive at the Bobcat 20. Now split right goes Jason Collier. Handoff, and that is to Muldrew along the right side. He's got a lot of running room. Touchdown from 20 yards out for Ricardo Muldrew with 8:01 left in this first quarter of play.
Boy, they just didn't waste any time at all on the ground. Nothing really fancy about that. Just a sweep there, and not really much resistance from the Bobcat defense. So Ashdown puts points on the board and answers the Bobcat touchdown.
And Corey Chandler will attempt the point after. Young will hold to try to tie this game with just 4 minutes gone, or 3:59 gone in the first quarter. Chandler's kick is up, and it's true. So with 8:01 left, Corey Muldrew with 11:01 left in the first quarter of play, and then Ashdown has come back on a 3-minute drive to score their touchdown on a 20-yard run by Ricardo Muldrew. We're tied at 7 as Corey Chandler gets ready to kick off for the Panthers.
Yeah, that was about a 69, 70-yard drive there by Ashdown, all on the ground, and they just really opened up some nice holes on the Bobcat defense to tie this football game 7-all.
Steve Edwards is deep for the Bobcats, the junior running back. Also DeCoste Holyfield and Chad Lacey back for the Cats. Kick will go to Holyfield at about the 20. Looking for some blockers. Holyfield running, still on his feet. Gets around Pounds, but stopped there at about the 34 of the Cats, and that's where the Cats will take over on their second possession of the night.
Well, Holyfield almost broke that, and they could have got by that last tackler. Would have certainly had big yardage, but pretty good field position as the Bobcats start their second series with the ball on their own 34-yard line.
Corey Muldrew split left. D. Bright slot left, and Markham also slot left. Split right goes Ramsey. Still the one man in the backfield's Holyfield. On the counter to Holyfield on the left side. He just can't get out of there as he's tackled by Reed Wilkinson, the big 6'5", 248-pound senior Panther.
Well, Wilkinson obviously has pretty good speed there because he ran Holyfield down, and the Bobcats actually lost about a yard, bring up a second, or about 2 yards, bring up a second and 12.
Ball marked at the Bobcat 33. Bright and Muldrew and Markham go to the left side. To the right is Ramsey. Dropping back is Cole, trying to get around, and he'll just have to run out of bounds for about a 5-yard loss as he was pressured over there by Tabray Woods.
Yeah, just nothing there. Ashdown did a good job of containing over here on the short side of the field, and so just a good play there by the Ashdown defense puts the Bobcat offense in a hole here, and will bring up about a 3rd and 16, maybe 17.
Now the ball marked at the 27 of the Cats. Bobcats need to get to the 44. 3rd down, 17. Muldrew split left. Bright slot left. Now the two-man backfield with Sarles, the running back, along with Holyfield. Dropping back. Now it's a handoff to Holyfield, trying to get along the left side. Gets back to the 30, a gain of 3 to bring up 4th down in an obvious punting situation for the Cats.
Well, the Bobcats just really didn't do much with that offensive series and will be forced to punt for the first time tonight as Ashdown will drop back and field this Jason Patton punt.
Back deep for Ashdown is number 21 for the Panthers, and that's Ulysses Hill, an outstanding running back, and punt by Patton. They'll get a Bobcat roll, and they'll land at about the 31-yard line. That's where the Panthers will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 31.
A good punt there by Jason Patton, the Bobcat punter, and the Bobcat defense will need to fill some gaps here as Ashdown will come back and try to continue to move the football, and probably gained a little confidence here early in this football game with their early drive against this Bobcat defense.
Score tied 7-7 here at Ashdown with 6:32 left in the first quarter of play. Danny Young split left. To the right side goes Guthrie. Hand off to Pounds, and he goes nowhere. Met by Michael Christian for the Bobcats. Also Patton in there to stop for no gain for the Panthers.
Well, that was a play they needed. That was a good play by Michael Christian and also Jason Patton there as Ashdown lost about a half yard on that play, and that's a good play there by the junior defensive tackle Michael Christian and the junior defensive end Jason Patton.
2nd down and 10 for the Panthers. Ball at the 31 of the Panthers. Daniel Henderson, the quarterback. He sends Young to the right side. He's trying to throw, but ball is knocked up and caught by a Panther, but the Bobcats had pressure all over there. Michael Christian back there, Patton back there, Pace also on the play for the Cats.
Yeah, they started out to appear to be an option, but didn't fool the Bobcats, especially the rush men, as a big loss there and puts the football, well, I can't really.
Yeah, it's on the 18-yard line to bring up 3rd down and 22 for the Panthers.
So obviously a big defensive play and a nice stand thus far as the Bobcats need to hold on this 3rd and long for Ashdown.
Young split left, Collier split right. Henderson tries to run, but the Bobcats are all over him there, and he did no trickery there as the Bobcats, Jacob Jones and also big J.D. Sampson on the tackle.
Well, that was a good series by the Bobcat defense, and came in and actually about a minus 15 yards on that series. So Ashdown be forced to punt, and Corey Muldrew and Steve Edwards drop back to receive the punt.
Muldrew at the Bobcat 43 as Chandler, the punter, he's the all-purpose kicker for the Panthers, will attempt the punt. So a squibbler that Corey will not be able to field. It hits at out of bounds in Panther territory at the 44. The Bobcats will have great field position after that short punt.
Yeah, not a good punt at all. And of course they were trying to angle the ball away from Corey Muldrew and just really got too much sideline, and not a good punt. So as you mentioned, the Bobcats with excellent field position to begin their third drive of the series with 4:27 left in this first quarter.
Bobcats 1st and 10, and they now have I formation, slot right, split right, and split left goes Ramsey. Pass to Bright. Bright trying to, misses one man at the 40 to the 39-yard line. Mark at the 38 for the Bobcats, a gain of about 7.
Yeah, and just the same play we saw to Corey, except this time you saw it to Roderick, and able to pick up nice yardage on the play and bring up a 2nd and about 5 for the Bobcats.
Courtney Cole, the senior quarterback, gets his instructions from the Bobcat staff, and Rusty Beck, Devon Walker, Ryan Walker, Brent Carpenter, and also Tremaine Hill on that offensive line for the Cats. Hand off to Jared Sarles. Sarles got the first down as he breaks through to about the 31-yard line.
Yeah, good job of blocking there as Jared had a nice hole, and you give credit to Rusty Beck and also Devin Walker and Brent Carpenter over there on that right side as they allowed the junior fullback to pick up the first down for the Bobcats.
You bet on that quick hitter like that, you're blocking, your offensive line has got to block to give him that seam to get him open.
Well, there's no question, and if Jared Sarles can pick up 5-6 yards of play tonight, this offense will be quite successful.
1st and 10 at the Panther 31 for the Bobcat offense. Muldrew goes split left. Slot right is Bright. Pitch to Holyfield along the left side. Needs to turn it up, and he does. Gets a good block over there by Jared Sarles.
Yeah, and I think that's a play that, you know, kind of looking at it from where we are, if DaCosta can just jump outside a little bit quicker, he's going to pick up some nice yardage on that play.
Brings up 2nd down for the Bobcats. And let's see, at the 28-yard line, 2nd and 7. Muldrew will come split right now. So Bobcats quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Wing left is Bright. Pass to Muldrew. They're giving him a lot of room, and he crosses the 25, jumps over a couple of defenders to the 23. And bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd, and Ashdown did a pretty good job of covering that, but 3rd and a short one as the Bobcats have the football on about the 23. So certainly a chance to make, 2 chances to make the first down here.
Ramsey and Bright split left, slot left. Muldrew split right. Hand off to Steve Edwards, who's come in, and Edwards may be stopped short of the first down.
Well, I think it's going to be close. I think we're going to see a measurement here, but we'll just have a look and see what the referees decide. Yeah, they're going to. It
looks like they're going to measure it with 1:57 left here in this first quarter of play. We're tied 7-7. Bobcats driving down near the 22-yard line of the Panthers.
Yeah, and Ashdown just did a good job of stacking that play up, and it looks like we're a little bit short.
Just a little bit. Bobcats in an obvious situation to go for it on 4th down at the Panther 22. And Courtney Cole gets his instructions. Bobcats quickly ready to go as the refs will place it on the hash mark for the Cats. The offensive line already up to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and we just need to get a good surge from that offensive line, and whatever we decide to do, just pick up that 6 or 7 inches or close to a foot that the Bobcats like, and they are in a 4th down situation.
Ramsey split left. Muldrew split right. The wing back Bright is slot right. just off the tackle, Brent Carpenter. Beck, the center for the Bobcats, now up to the line of scrimmage. In motion goes Bright. Cole will take it and bounces off, trying to get, and just not going to get it. And the Bobcats will probably and will be stopped short of the first down.
Well, that's just someone just made good penetration there, and Ashdown just did a good job of defense. They just came out and just whipped us right there on that play, but the Bobcat defense back on the field as Ashdown defense gives himself a big lift by stopping the Bobcats twice on short yardage.
Packed house here at Ashdown Dick Hayes Stadium with 1:42 left in the first quarter. Ashdown has it at their own 22 after stopping the Bobcat drive. We're tied 7-7. Young goes split right. Henderson looking down the side, pitches to Muldrew, and he's going for the first down, but there's a flag at the line of scrimmage, and that play will probably be nullified.
Well, I think the only thing that could hurt the Cats there would be maybe lined up offside, but we'll wait for the referee and see what they have called on that. A motion penalty against Ashdown will certainly bring that ball back after a good gain there on the option pitch by the Ashdown Panthers.
Well, Henderson does a good job of executing that option, kind of stuttering step back and then taking a step and going down the line, and does a nice job. He really kind of freezes the defense if you're looking at him.
Well, he's a good athlete, and he has a good coach in Mark Watley. Been here at Ashdown. I think this is his third year, but they do a good job of running the option play.
First down 15, ball at the Panther 17 now. Henderson sends Young split right. Again, a little motion, and flags are thrown, and I think there'll be another 5-yard penalty, but maybe not. But a good defense by the Bobcats that time on Muldrew.
Yeah, and there was the option pitch again, as brings up a second down and about 12 for Ashdown.
Again, they looked like they were in motion. The slot back to the right side, Williams, but second down and 12 now at the 20. The big fullback Ricks has not been in, as Brandon Pounds, number 40, has been playing that position since he got hurt earlier. Henderson dropping back, being rushed by Christian, intercepted and dropped by Jacob Jones.
Well, Jacob was in a good spot. If you notice, he's intercepted his share this year, and he's dropped his share, but right where he should be, has made that pass fall incomplete and bring up a 3rd and 12 for the Panthers.
49 seconds left in the first quarter of play. The clock stops on that incompletion, almost interception by linebacker Jacob Jones for the Bobcats. A big 3rd and 12 for the Panthers.
And Jacob did, that pass was high, and Jacob did, would have been a nice interception, but a good job of playing defense and being where he's supposed to be.
Young split left, Chad Lacey all over him there. Guthrie split right, dropping back as Henderson pace hits him, completed, but Chad Lacey misses the tackle, and let's see, that is Hill, who gets out of bounds, and it'll just be whether he made the first down or not. Ulysses Hill, the sophomore running back.
Well, he's going to be a little bit short, but that's something you don't see that often, and that is Chad Lacey had done a good job of reading it, and the unfortunate thing was he missed the tackle, and we just didn't have any other Bobcats there because he slowed him up enough, just didn't have the pursuit there, and it's going to bring up a, well, they're going to measure, but it's going to be awful close to the first down, and that was the Ashdown screen, and a good play to call, and it's not a dangerous play. Chad Lacey had it scoped out, just couldn't quite make the tackle.
I think the ref's just marking it where the ball should be in relation to the chains. 4th down and 1. The ball is marked at the 32 of the Panthers. And
let me just say this. I think you see the Ashdown offense in there. They may chance it, but it's certainly a situation where your defensive line has to be aware of the long snap count and not give Ashdown a first down without ever snapping the ball.
29 seconds left in this first quarter of play. Now you have Chandler back, and it looks like, although the Bobcats aren't necessarily sold on them punting, Chandler is the punter. He's back deep. Corey Muldrew will field it for the Bobcats. And it's a fake punt. And Muldrew got hit, but made the first down, and a gutsy call by Mark Wadley gives Ashdown a 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Well, you're right, Randy, and I think we probably knew to some degree what was going to happen, but again, we just missed a tackle and couldn't wrap up, and Ashdown able to pick up the first down from that punt formation.
Yeah, I didn't see who initially got the hit on Muldrew and had him, but Muldrew's an outstanding running back, and he bounced off. Now Chomsley Ricks, 32, is back in the ball game, along with Muldrew and Williams, the running backs. Handoff to Muldrew, trying to get outside, get some blocking, and he follows it across the 40. Let's see where they'll mark it at the 41-yard line. 2nd down for the Panthers.
Yeah, we're right there on that play. We just didn't do it.
And the Ashdown Panthers are tied 7-7. The Panthers have the ball on their own 40-yard line, 2nd down and 7, after a call on 4th and inches, a fake punt, and they made it. Now 2nd down and 7 for the Panthers. Their offense is impressive. They've been impressive so far as Danny Young split left. Pounds is back in at fullback as Henderson down the line pitches to Hill. Hill stopped by Michael Christian in there. Also Lacey for the Bobcats. And good job over there by the Bobcat defense.
Yeah, I think they picked up a couple of yards on the play, maybe just about 1 there. So bring up a 3rd and a long 6 for Ashdown, just starting this 2nd quarter of action.
Ball marked at the Panther 41-yard line on a 3rd and 6. This has been a tough game so far. That first quarter was hard fought.
No question, it's going to be a competitive football game for the next 3 quarters.
Jason Collier split right, Young split left. Dropping back is Henderson, looking downfield, throws across the middle, has Young for the first down into Bobcat territory at the 47.
Yeah, and Henderson doesn't have a strong arm. He just had excellent protection there, and his receiver just came back to the football, and Ashdown able to pick up the first down passing the football.
Critical conversion on 3rd and 6 for the Panthers. Steve Edwards checking in for the Bobcats, Corey Muldrew. 1st and 10, Young split right. 2 slot backs and a running back. Pounds is the running back running, and then pitches to Muldrew. Pace drags him down from behind. There's a flag in the backfield of the Panthers. That probably indicates illegal procedure.
Well, I think we're going to have procedure or a holding penalty as going to be a motion penalty against Ashdown, so that will set the Panthers back with a 1st and 15.
And again, with their type of offense, trying to especially get Muldrew over near the option, he has to get in motion, and sometimes he starts a little quick.
Well, it's a play that's they've had it called twice on them tonight, and this time of the season it has to be exasperating for a coach because those little 5-yard penalties at the start of a series of downs can just be drive stoppers.
Ball marked at the Panther 47, 1st down 15 now. As the Panthers, Collier split right, Young split left. Henderson dropping back. Got good protection, now throws downfield and overthrows his intended receiver, Danny Young. It'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, and actually, if we can make Ashdown throw the football, it's certainly to our advantage. As I mentioned, Henderson's skills are at running the option and being elusive, running the football, and throwing the football is something that I think the Bobcats would like to see him do.
Now Collier split right, Young split left, number 12, Collier number 19. Henderson again dropping back, the screen pass to Hill, overshoots him as Chad Lacey pops the sophomore after he misses the pass.
And again, you saw Chad Lacey had that screen read well, bring up a 3rd and 15 for Ashdown.
The ball marked at the Panther 47. Again, Ashdown has converted on their last 2. Well, a 3rd down and a 4th down on this drive. Bobcats need to stop them with 10:36 left here in this first half of play. David Poindexter's checked in for the Bobcats. Give a little more speed in that pass rush on an obvious passing down. Now a handoff to Muldrew. Muldrew doesn't get near the first down, but across the 45 to the 44, and he's a dangerous runner for the Panthers.
Yeah, Jacob Jones able to come in there and kind of trip him up, and will bring up a fourth down and probably about, let's see as we look, about 7 for the Ashdown Panthers, and they're back in punting formation.
They mark it just inside the Bobcat 45. Chandler will punt. Corey Muldrew back at his 10-yard line. Snap to Chandler. He will punt it this time. It's a low driving kick. Muldrew won't get to field it. Boy, an excellent kick as it drives down to the 1-yard line, looks like, from this vantage point, and Bobcats will have to take over deep in their own territory with 9:46 left in this first half of play.
Well, just a lucky and a well-executed punt there by the Ashdown Panthers. Not really anything Corey could do with that, as the Bobcats, as we try to check out the chains haven't moved yet. I don't know whether we have a penalty.
There's a flag at the 43. Let's go back up there and see who it's against. Now the referee's talking to assistant coach Jay Malone, now head coach Joe Kell, and we'll see what the call is.
Well, it's certainly to be our benefit if we have to make Ashdown punt again, but still the players set up down on the 1-foot line.
And they're going to bring them back, it looks like. They're bringing the ball back. They're talking to the Hope coaches. But we just don't know what the call is. Haven't seen the signal.
Well, it appears that the penalty was against
the Bobcats.
And apparently it was enough of a penalty to pick up the first down, or Ashdown surely would not accept it.
Yeah, it was 4th and 7, so if it was a 5-yard penalty, they wouldn't have accepted it, but it's a first down, and again, did not see the indication on the penalty what it was.
Well, I'm going to be anxious to see what this is, because you know, I'll tell you this, we'll just wait and see what the call is.
10-yard penalty against the Bobcats. 1st and 10 at the Bobcat 35, and a critical turn of events here with 9:46 left in the first half of play. Ashdown has it 1st and 10 at the Bobcat 35. Young goes split left. Slot right is Williams, Michael Williams. Handoff to Muldrew. Flag thrown at the line of scrimmage, and that would indicate a hold or illegal block against the Panthers.
Well, I'm still wondering what the penalty against.
Yeah, they never signaled it.
They never signaled it. The only thing I can tell you, right before the play, I saw Coach Curry discussing a point with one of the referees, and you know, that was a clip as the referee signals that. But so I can't really fathom what the penalty would be. You know, major penalty there. You know, apparently at the line of scrimmage, and so the clipping penalty will set Ashdown back and certainly make their chore more difficult. But you know, just a strange thing has happened in this football game. 1st
and 25 now for the Panthers at the Bobcat 49. As we switch penalty flags, and Ashdown now has it the 49 of the Bobcats. Young split left. Hill is slot right. Handoff to Muldrew, now to Hill, but tackled there by Pace. He read it all the way. Good job by Dietrich Pace. Also Jacob Jones in on the tackle.
Just a little misdirection counterplay, and Dietrich Pace did a good job of recognizing it and falling back in and keeping it to a short gain. So it will bring up a 2nd and about 20 for the Ashdown Panthers.
Yeah, the ball marked just outside the 45 of the Bobcats. Collier split right. Split left goes Young. Henderson dropping back, flags thrown as it'll be illegal procedure as Henderson's tackled by Jason Patton, also Flannery there, but that'll be brought back.
Yeah, you're going to have motion against the wing back over there as he took off into his pass route a little bit earlier, at least I'm assuming that.
And let's see what the on the second down, the ball was at the 45, and Bobcats, are they talking about declining that penalty? And,
well, I don't know, but I mean, most certainly the penalty was a motion penalty against Ashdown, as the Bobcat coaches decide they want to set Ashdown back another 5 yards and replay that second down.
So it'll bring up again, second down. Let's make it about 27 in Panther territory at the 49, just on the other side of the 50. Young goes split left. Slot right is Ulysses Hill. Dropping back is Henderson, being rushed by Pace. And he hits Guthrie out of bounds on the far side there at the 40. Gained about 10 yards, bring up third down and 15.
Yeah, Dietrich Pace limping a little bit after that play. And as you mentioned, really Henderson got a little bit outside there. And his passes are certainly not anything of beauty, but that time plenty accurate to pick up a pretty nice gain on the play, third and 15, as you mentioned.
Ball marked just on the Bobcat 40. Collier goes split right. Pitching now to Muldrew, and Jacob Jones makes an outstanding play as the Bobcat defense swarms him there.
Good job by Jacob Jones, and Chad Lacey had come in and kind of taken the outside away as the running back was trying to cut back, but Jacob did a good job of getting over there and shutting that play off, so brings up a fourth and about 16 or 17 for Ashdown as they drop back to punt one more time.
And Corey Muldrew is back deep. Also Steve Edwards. Now they'll have twin deep men to see if they can keep Chandler from just kicking away from them. Chandler gets snap and kicks it, and Edwards will field it at the 20. 25, runs over a couple of guys to the 31-yard line. First and 10 Bobcats, and thought the ref was going to throw a flag. He had it out, but he kept it.
Well, I don't know what he's going to throw a flag about. Nick Edwards got a little bit exuberant there. I don't know what else he could have been, but that was a good job by Steve Edwards of catching the football and getting some positive yardage there, as with 7:45 left in the second quarter, Bobcat offense needs to get moving.
We're tied 7-7 here at Ashdown. Muldrew and Bright split right, slot right. Ramsey split left. Cole hits Bright on the slot back, trying to beat a man, carries forward to near the 35. Bring up second down and about 6 for the Cats.
Yeah, Ashdown had that covered pretty good. Dee did a good job of catching the football and falling forward and picking up a little yardage on the play as I watched the picked up about pretty good 3 yards on the play because they had that stopped virtually for no gain, but they did a good job of falling forward.
Ball marked at the 34 of the Cats. Muldrew split left. Bright slot right. High formation for the Bobcats on second down and 7. Courtney Cole drops back, looks for Bright, has him, and he's knocked out of bounds near midfield. First and 10 Bobcats.
Good catch by DeRoderick Bright, and then picking up a little bit of yardage, put a little spin move on the defender, picked up some extra yardage after he caught the football, and Courtney Cole did a good job of getting it out there on the money, so the Bobcats pick up a first down and cross midfield. At
the Panther 49, first and 10 for the Bobcats. Corey Muldrew split left. Bright slot right. Sarles and Holyfield are the running backs. Cole hits Muldrew on the far side. Muldrew trying to get around about 3 defenders, but Pounds knocks him out there after a gain of a couple.
Yeah, and they did a good job of recognizing that pretty quickly. 3 Ashdown defenders over there as Corey caught that football and able to pick up about 2 yards on the play.
Ball marked at the Panther 47. Second down and 8 for the Cats. Muldrew split left. Slot right is Bright, 25. Split backfield. Hand off to Sarles. Sarles trying to make more room. Gain of about 5. The 42 brings up 3rd down and 3 for the Cats.
Yeah, good job of running there by Jared Sarles and Tremaine Hill and Ryan Walker over there blocking for him, and brings up a 3rd and about a long 3 for the Bobcats.
At the Panther 42-yard line.
You know, Randy, it's my guess we've not really seen Courtney pull the ball out and keep it tonight, and I think probably Ashdown is going to try to stay at home and keep that play away from the Bobcats.
Muldrew split right. The wing back now is D. Bright. Handoff to Holyfield. Holyfield short of the 1st down at the 40, a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and 2 for the Bobcats.
Yeah, just not much there. DeCosta's, he's real quick, but, you know, he's not going to run through a lot of tackles, and the Bobcats faced with another 4th and short here with about 2 yards to pick up the 1st down.
Bobcats will go for it with 5:14 left in this first half of play. Alex Fenori checks in for D. Bright. He'll be the power back. Now it's a straight I formation. Unbalanced line to the right side. Cole will go to the left side with blockers and gets the block. Nice job in there by Sarles and Alex Fenori and Holyfield to lead the way for Courtney Cole to get that 1st down.
Yeah, that was a good job of blocking there, and all that was just a straight quarterback sweep, and Courtney, when he started making his turn to go upfield, just tucked his shoulders, got down low, and able to get over for the 1st down. So the Bobcats with a new set of downs here with 4:52 left in the first half.
Muldrew and Bright go to the right side. Ramsey split left. Official timeout, as there's an equipment timeout for the Panthers on 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. With 4:46 left in this first half of play, we're tied 7-7 here at Ashdown. Bobcats reset their offense and get ready. Split backfield with Holyfield and Sarles, the running backs. Cole drops back, hits Bright on the far side. Getting outside, and the speed just gets him as Bright runs across by 2 people, and it's knocked out of bounds on the Ashdown side.
Yeah, DeRoderick just made somebody miss him. He did a good job of catching the football, and Corey in there helping him block. And he just used his speed there and picked up nice yardage there for the Bobcats. But, you know, we've run that play to DeRoderick and Corey several times tonight. Now, even though Ashdown giving him a big cushion off the line, I think they're going to start recognizing that too quickly, and the little pump fake may be open before this football game's over.
You bet that's being set up. And the Bobcats watching the and it is a 1st down on the Ashdown side, as the officials had to bring the chains from the Bobcat side over, and the ball will be marked at about the 25-yard line of the Panthers. 1st and 10 Cats. Muldrew and Bright split left, slot left. Sarles and Holyfield are the running backs. Sarles a junior fullback, Holyfield a sophomore. Courtney Cole is the quarterback for the Bobcats. Cole hands off to, fakes as he gets it in. Cole's got some running room on the left side, down to the 10-yard line, knocked out of bounds there. It'll be 1st down for the Bobcats.
Got some nice blocking downfield there by D. Bright and also Corey Muldrew, and there was just some Ashdown Panthers laying on the ground as Courtney Cole, really I think the first time we've seen that play tonight, picked up good yardage and puts the football on the 10-yard line.
Now Bright slot right, Muldrew split left. 1st and 10. The ball's marked at the 10. Hand off to Holyfield, and he's hit before he gets to the line of scrimmage, bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, we're going to have to get a bigger hole there because, as I mentioned before, DeCosta just not going to run through any tackles. He's just not big enough. And so we've got to get a seam there for him to use his quickness.
Steve Edwards checking in for the Bobcats on 2nd down. 3:58 clock running left in this first half of play. Bobcats tied with the Panthers here in this AAA Southwest Conference match. Bobcats now will go with the unbalanced line to the right side. Slot right is Bright. Edwards is the running back. Handoff to Edwards, and a flag is thrown as Edwards runs in for the touchdown. There'll be an illegal procedure call against the Bobcats.
Well, I didn't see. Referee threw the flag quickly, but that's going to bring another touchdown back. So the illegal procedure penalty comes back to haunt Hope as an excellent hold there, and Steve Edwards really got through there quickly and with a lot of power. But we're going to take a score off the board as the Bobcats caught for illegal motion.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 15 for the Bobcats with 3
on about the 12-yard line.
Bobcat coaching staff trying to use all they can of Corey Muldrew. When he gets his hands on the ball, he can make a lot of things happen. 3rd down and 13 for the Cats at the 13 of the Panthers. Now Bright, slot right, split left is Muldrew. Edwards the running back. In motion comes Bright to the left side, and timeout by Courtney Cole as the play clock was about to run out on him with 2:47 left in this first half of play. And that's a wise timeout for the Bobcats.
Well, I think, yeah, that was a good timeout. Certainly saved us some yardage, but, you know, that little formation there with the, they're going to be covering, or they're going to be giving their attention, of course, to DeRoderick and Corey, and this is a situation where your tight end can be a valuable asset to you, and if we can get something to Gray Ramsey, or, you know, I'm just assuming that we're going to put the football in the air on 3rd and 13, but this is a place to look for your tight end.
And Bobcats get again back in the same formation with Bright, slot right, split left Muldrew. Sarles and Edwards, the running backs. Rusty Beck checking everything out on that offensive line with Ryan Walker and Devon Walker, Brent Carpenter, Tremaine Hill, the big sophomore, on the left tackle. Gray Ramsey, the tight end. In motion goes Bright. Fake and handoff on the counter, a reverse to Bright. He gets near the 5-yard line. A good play for the Bobcats. Bring up 4th down for the Cats.
Well, there was a big hole there at one time. You know, it took too long to really develop as we see the Bobcat kicking team come onto the field as Colin Pilkington will try his hand at his first field goal this year.
Now, Mark, Colin will place the ball will be placed at the 15. It'll be a 25-yard kick. Certainly, Colin Pilkington very capable of doing that. Gets the snap and the hold okay, and Colin will hit it. Jared Sarles will hold. Snap good. Kick up and just deflected. Picked up by Hill. And Lacey runs him out of bounds on the Ashdown side.
Well, I think we had to get in a little bit of a hurry, and Colin just didn't get any height on that kick as Ashdown turns away the Bobcat scoring threat with 1:54 left in this first half.
Well, Ashdown's deep in its own territory. They'll mark it at the 17 of the Panthers after the block field goal. And it did look like the Cats were kind of rushing it. They were looking at the play clock and had a little more time than they thought to get that kick off. So Daniel Henderson will try to get something going for the Panthers. Bobcat defense hopes to stop them down here. Henderson dropping back. Rush throws it over Guthrie into the sidelines of the Panthers. Bring up 2nd down. Clock stopped with 1:48 left in the first half of play.
Good job of Corey Golston of putting pressure there on the quarterback, and the clock stops with 1:48 left, and 2nd and 10 for Ashdown.
Daniel Henderson sends Young split left. Slot right is Hill, and looked like he moved. Ball's on the ground as Pace hits him, but Pounds picks it up near the 20-yard line, 2nd down.
Boy, you're right.
3rd down.
There was a football on the ground, and Dietrich Pace there to make the tackle, but brings up a 3rd and about 7, 3rd and 8 for Ashdown.
1:26 clock running left in this first half of play. If Bobcats stop them here, potentially could get that ball back. Young split left. Slot right is Williams. Handoff to Muldrew, and good tough job over there by Nick Edwards, and Muldrew tried to run around him and tripped up his own man. Bobcats call timeout with 1:05 left. Brings up a punting down on 4th and long for the Panthers.
Yeah, we'll get the ball back, but Nick Edwards just took all the blockers on and was able to squeeze through there and actually trip up the running back. So that was an excellent play by the Bobcat cornerback, Nick Edwards.
Bobcats call timeout with 1:05 left here in this first half of play. Scores tied 7-7. And
well, you know, my guess is, Randy, you know, we're going to get the football back, and you're probably going to see a couple of, well, maybe more than a couple. I think you're going to see the ball, the Bobcats try to get the football to Corey Muldrew or possibly to Roderick Bright. But Ashdown is doing a good job tonight of taking the pass plays away across the middle. They're kind of loading up in that and telling Hope that we're going to give you that little quick pass out there to Corey, to Roderick, and we're just going to try to tackle you before you make much yardage. But so far tonight, they've taken away the inside and done a pretty good job, except for the touchdown. Very first pass of the game to Muldrew, they scored on the touchdown, but done a incredible job with their defense.
And Chandler will be back to punt. Muldrew standing on his own 45-yard line. Snap is good. Chandler fields it, throws a pass, has a man open, drops it. The Bobcats will have it 1st and 10 with a minute left. Deep in Panther territory.
I'll tell you why I think that's a foolhardy play, Randy. And, you know, of course, I'm not, Coach Wiley's a great coach. I'll tell you why I wouldn't have run it. Number one, so little time left. You know, you have the game tied. Number two, even if they catch the pass, you've got one of the best athletes in the state of Arkansas in Corey Muldrew that's probably not going to let that get much more yardage. And, you know, certainly gives the Bobcats a great opportunity.
Bobcats, Muldrew and Bright go to the right side. Cole dropping back, throws in the flats to Holyfield, and he stumbles as he catches it. That's all he could do as the ball was thrown. And Bobcats quickly up to the line of scrimmage, 48 seconds left on 2nd down.
Yeah, could have been a better pass by Courtney Cole, but the Bobcats up to the line and probably see the spot.
And with 37 seconds, Courtney Cole just throws the pass down to stop the clock and bring up 3rd down and 12 for the Bobcats. Ball's at the 21.
And Holyfield had some room out there, Randy, you know, and the rush was on Courtney Cole, the Bobcat quarterback. But Courtney over talking with Coach Kell, and as they decide what play to run here with 37 seconds left as the Bobcats are faced with a 3rd down.
Ramsey's the tight end on the left side. Muldrew's tight on the right. Slot left is Bright. Cole dropping back, has a man, Ramsey, touchdown! Great catch by Gray Ramsey at the 21 on a 21-yard touchdown pass from Courtney Cole.
Well, there's your tight end, Gray Ramsey, and they had good coverage on that play. Gray just made an outstanding catch, but I'll tell you, that was an outstanding pass by Courtney Cole. A good job of executing there by your quarterback and your tight end, and just a really fine, well-executed play by the Bobcats as they strike for a touchdown here with 30 seconds left in the half.
Big touchdown for the Bobcats. Jared Sorrells will hold on the point after. And Pilkington's kick is good. No good. Well, it looked good.
Boy, you're right. It did look.
A 7 lead with 30 seconds left. And Jelani Solomon will do the kicking for the Bobcats. He's got the ball in a position where you think it's going to be a squibber. And it is hit by the Ashdown Panthers. Bobcats all over it, but the Panthers will field it at the Panther 40 and have a 1st and 10.
Well, you know, as we look back, and this ball game 13-7 there as the Bobcats, Colin Pilkington just a little bit wide left on an extra point, but that fake punt there by the Ashdown Panthers certainly came back to haunt them there as the Bobcats, if they can hold Ashdown for the next 27 7 seconds, we'll go in with a halftime lead.
And Danny Young goes split left. Williams slot right. Looks like the illegal procedure. No call. But, boy, great job by Christian and Sampson in there to stop Brandon Pounds for no gain.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Michael Christian. I'm with you. It did look like some motion there, and you know, really didn't make a whole lot of difference as Christian there to stop that virtually for no gain.
5 seconds, clock running left in the first half. Henderson will get the play off. Hands off to Muldrew. And he's hit hard by Edwards and Flanoy to end the first half on a nice job by the Bobcat defense. So at the end of the first half of play, it's Hope 13, Ashdown 7. We'll be back for the halftime show on KTSS.
it's not 30 or 40 degree weather.
Well, but you know, the fans we're sitting by, they're good fans, and we're glad to be amongst them.
Yeah, and what I'm thinking about, I want to thank the Booster Club, Randy, for providing the hot dog supper here for the fans. Came up tonight. Ed Foster cooked all the hot dogs, and John May, Cisco Foods, donated the hot dogs, and Brookshire's donated the buns, and we all sat down and had a nice meal and enjoyed talking about Bobcat football, and just a nice time with the tailgate party that the Booster Club provided for us and the fans tonight.
Bobcats get ready to kick off. Jelani Solomon will kick for the Bobcats. Back deep for the Panthers is Sheridan, and it'll be a kick that will go out of bounds at the 25. Bobcats will be penalized, and Ashdown will have good field position at their own 35 to start this second half.
Yeah, Jelani just hasn't kicked the ball real well tonight. He did a much better job against Malvern last week, just really coming off the side of his foot on that one and going out of bounds. As you know, but as we talked so many times, Randy, you know, close ball game, 13-7, a real competitive first half. This is the time, and the Bobcats have done a good job of doing it all year, to come out and set the tone of this remainder of this football game. So big series here for the defense starting the second half.
Ashdown's had 81 yards rushing, 31 yards passing, as Henderson's 3 of 8 in the air. Bobcats 113 yards. Courtney Cole is 9 of 10 in the air. Handoff to Pounds, and he's got near a first down on the first play of the scrimmage.
Yeah, and I think he's going to pick up the first down. Well, we'll watch the mark there as they wasted no time in getting the first down for Ashdown. So kind of how Ashdown started the first half, with a big gainer off tackle.
At the 45 of the Panthers, 1st and 10. Young split right. In motion goes Hill to the left. Handoff to Pounds again as Flannery hits him in near midfield. A gain of 5 at least for Brandon Pounds.
Well, we're just going to have to get our heads up a little bit along that defensive line and not let the blockers get to us so much, because we're just going to have to shuffle to the running back. They're not doing anything fancy, just hitting the hole, and right now picking up nice yardage.
2nd down and 5 for the Panthers, as Young goes split right. Muldrew's number 9's had an outstanding night. Handoff again to Pounds, and again Billy Roberts hits him, misses him, and Flannery will run him down deep in Bobcat territory at the 14-yard line of the Cats.
Well, Ashdown comes out and sets the tone and just basically runs right over us. You don't see Billy Roberts miss many tackles like that, but just getting huge holes there on the point of attack, and move down into scoring position after 3 plays.
1st and 10, ball on the, let's mark it, the 15 of the Bobcats, as Nick Edwards limps off. D. Bright will replace him in the Bobcat defensive secondary. Young split right. And boy, I tell you, Ashdown using their fullback, Brandon Pounds, to get their drive going here. Henderson and Pounds run into each other and the Bobcats, and little or no gain there, 2nd down.
Yeah, Michael Christian kind of piled that up there and did a good job of whipping his blockers, and there was virtually no gain on that play. Brings up a 2nd down for the Panthers.
Young goes split right. 2nd down and 10 at the 15 of the Bobcats. Henderson, the junior quarterback, going down on the option, pitches to Muldrew, and he is Edwards there, also Patton there for the Bobcats, and Billy Roberts.
Well, good job of Steve by kind of forcing that, and Jason Patton kind of kept coming and was able to pick up the ball carrier. A loss of a couple of yards. This brings up a third and 12 for Ashdown, with the ball on about the 17-yard line.
You're right, Bub, about the Bobcat 17. As Collier split right, split left goes Young to the far side. Dropping back is Henderson, looking for Young, throws it as he's got wide open for the touchdown, as he turned on Greg Muldrew and gets the touchdown from 17 yards out. A Daniel Henderson to Danny Young touchdown pass with 9:40 left in this third quarter of play, and we're suddenly tied 13 all.
Well, the tone has been set, and it's been set by Ashdown on there. He just turned our defensive back completely around, and he thought the receiver was going inside, and he did an out move and just wide open for the touchdown.
Kick by Chandler is good. So with 9:40 left, Chandler to kick off for the Panthers. Kick, he'll drive it to Holyfield. Holyfield gets it at the 15, 20, 25. Got a hold to the 34-yard line, and that's where the Bobcats will take over on their initial possession of this second half.
Not bad field position, the ball on 35, but you know, as we talked about, coming out and starting to retake control of this football game. Now it's the offense's turn. The defense kind of gave up a lot of yards there in the touchdown, so the offense needs to do their job and get in scoring position.
Muldrew split right, slot left is Bright. Holyfield, the running back, gets the ball, and he runs through there hard this time. Had an opening there, gains about 5, second down Bobcats.
Yeah, he did. He hit the hole hard and with some authority, and he needs to do a little bit more of that. And this offensive line can create that surge like he did on his last play, then the Bobcats will be able to move the football.
Bobcats only had 45 yards rushing that first half, kind of uncharacteristic of this Bobcat team. Muldrew split left, slot right is Bright on second down and 5. Fake to Holyfield, and Cole slips by at the 30, down to the knocked out of bounds at the 31-yard line of the Panthers.
Well, I'll tell you, Cole didn't have a lot of room there, but he did a good job of running between tacklers there and picking up the first down. Corey Mulder downfield trying to throw the block for him, so good play by Courtney Cole and picking up nice yardage and puts the football on the Ashdown 32-yard line.
That play also made by the fake to Holyfield, and the Panther defense went after that, and Courtney was able to get good yardage. Split right, slot right, go the Cats. Split left is Ramsey. Cole looking for Muldrew, has him on a good catch by Corey Muldrew. A gain of at least 5 for the Bobcats down near the 25 of the Panthers.
And I think they're going to get a face mask tacked on top of that, as it looked to me like one of the Ashdown players grabbed Muldrew's face mask.
Well, that's a good play and a good call for the Bobcats.
And now that time on that play, they just ran a little depth on their pattern, and Corey kind of turned back in and trying to pick up some nice yardage after he caught it. So the penalty tacked on there, and the Bobcats will have the football on the, as I try to see the yard
13-yard
line, almost 14-yard line. So they move themselves into scoring position quickly also, as just about a minute and 10 seconds have elapsed since the Ashdown touchdown.
1st and 10 Bobcats deep in Panther territory. Sarles and Holyfield are the running backs. Rolling left is Courtney Cole. Cole trying to get outside, goes inside, keeps going. A flag is thrown where you would indicate holding as Courtney Cole scampers in for a 13-yard touchdown run, but let's see if it's good or not.
No, it's going to be an illegal block, I think, against the Bobcats, and another touchdown taken off the board. That's 2 for the Bobcats, a clip there, and Courtney Cole dashed in for the touchdown, but again, points taken off the board by a Bobcat penalty.
So they'll move the ball back to the Panther 30.
Oh, and a major mistake there, as we had the football on the 13-yard line and now on the 30.
1st and 27 for the Bobcats at the 30. Bobcat offense has shown its ability, though, when you get down here to be able to punch it in. Muldrew split right, slot left is Bright. Fake to Holyfield, dropping back Throw to Muldrew, touchdown! From 30 yards out, a Courtney Cole to Corey Muldrew touchdown pass. And man, how they do that. They execute it well.
Well, you know what I did on that play, I watched Corey from the outset run his pattern. He just ran a beautiful pattern. Great speed, precise cutting. Courtney did an excellent job of throwing the football and getting it over the defender, and Corey Muldrew just doesn't drop many passes, and that was a great play by the quarterback and the Bobcat split receiver.
Bobcats will go for 2 as it's 19-14, and on this 2-point extra point try, Bright slot right. Edwards is in at running back. Pass from Cole to Muldrew. The combination of the seniors as Tremaine Lacey, the sophomore, will kick off for the Bobcats with 7:43 left in this third quarter of play. Cats lead 21-14. Lacey's first kickoff of the night is Squibbler and fielded at the 40 by Guthrie for Ashdown at the 41, and that's where Ashdown will have good field position at their own 41.
Well, I don't know whether our kickers are just trying to get too much on it, but they're just not catching a football in the belly of the ball and getting no kind of height at all on it. So Ashdown comes back with great field position with the ball on their 41-yard line.
Well, the Bobcat defense hopes to hold the Panthers here. Collier goes split right. Split left is Young. Handoff to Pounds, and Sampson's there to meet him. Also, Michael Christian and Gray Ramsey getting off that pile for the Cats.
Good job by Jonathan Sampson, and Michael Christian kept that to about a 2-yard gain, so a nice play on that dive play from the Ashdown Panthers.
Young split left. Slot right is Collier. 2nd down and 9 for the Panthers. Handoff to Muldrew. Muldrew close to midfield. He'll be drugged down there by Patton and Nick Edwards. Short of a first down. At midfield is where they mark it.
Yep, we're going to be about a yard short of the first down as a little counter play, and the trap back inside created the hole and picked up good yardage for Ashdown.
3rd and 1 for the Panthers. Bobcat defensive line, Golston, Sampson, Christian. Also Patton and Pace the ends. Henderson is stopped by Golston on a great job of sneaking in there and holding the quarterback short of the first down.
Well, I'm going to wait until they mark it there, but that was a good play by Golston and J.D. Sampson, but the mark, I think they're still a little bit short, but certainly, you know, well, we're going to wait. I know the referees are eyeing this as they go and bring the change over from the sideline, but it's going to be pretty close. But that was a good play there by Golston and Sampson.
They mark it, just got it. Let's see, wait. Looks like they got it from here.
Well, boy, if he didn't get it.
He is close.
Yeah.
Bobcats say no.
1 inch.
Just, I mean, first down. And man, that's as close as it gets.
Yeah, can't get any closer measurement than that, but the Bobcats need to just kind of get going again. New series of downs for Ashdown and start creating some negative plays on this Ashdown offense.
Just inside Bobcat territory at the 49. 1st and 10 Ashdown. Young split left. Collier split right. Henderson, the quarterback, hands off to Pounds. Pounds breaks through the line of scrimmage near the 45. 2nd and 6 for the Panthers.
Yeah, it looks like, I think that was Christian that got a hand on him there and slowed him up a little bit, but he was still able to fall forward and picked up about 4 on the play.
Let's make it 2nd and a long 6 for the Panthers at the 46 of the Bobcats. Young and Collier are the wideouts for the Panthers. Handoff to Muldrew as he goes off tackle across the 45 to the 42. Going to bring up 3rd and short for the Panthers.
Again, Jonathan Sampson hanging on there, and along with Jacob Jones, and going to bring up a short 2 for Ashdown, a third and a short 2.
Let's make it at the 41 of the Cats. Jacob Jones, the linebacker, gets the signals from defensive coordinator Dwayne Curry to try to stop these Panthers. Collier split right, Young split left. Henderson on a busted play gets the first down. Outstanding effort by the junior quarterback, Henderson. He gets to about the 37 there, and a 1st and 10 Panthers.
Yeah, we had an opportunity there to do something really big, and just the quarterback for Ashdown, as we've talked about him early on in the game, he wouldn't let the Bobcats tackle him, and just his quickness and elusiveness created that first down for the Panthers.
1st and 10 at the Bobcat 37. When we remind you, we expected a lot of offensive scoring here tonight, or could anticipate it. Dropping back is Henderson, throws deep, and looks like D. Bright has it, and he'll run out of it. Bright uses his speed to get outside. I thought he just deadened it in the end zone, but D comes on out.
I'm pretty sure that Coach Turner will have a chat with DeRoderick on that, but I think he's shaken up a little bit on the play. Was able to get it back out to, well, I can't really tell. They're just over the 20-yard line, but a good interception there as Ashdown trying for the end zone on the pass.
Yeah, that's a great interception by D. Bright.
D made a great interception, but I'm just going to bet you $1 to a donut that Coach Turner might tell him to take a different route, maybe down that football next time.
1st and 10. They'll mark it at the Bobcat 20 with 4:27 left in this 3rd quarter. Hope leading Ashdown 21-14 in this Triple A Southwest Conference game. Muldrew split left. That's Allen Westfall slot left. Rolling left is Cole. He hits Westfall at the 25, and the sophomore gets a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, that was a good pass and a good catch there by Adam Westfall, and able to pick up 5 on 1st down. Brings up a 2nd and 5 for the Bobcats, but with 4:09 left in the 3rd quarter, Bobcat offense needs to get a little breathing room and maybe create some field position here, or better yet, just move the football on down and go up by 2 scores.
You bet that. Muldrew split left. Slot right goes Westfall. Handoff to, fake as Cole. One man to get by. He's got the first down at the 38. He's brought down there by Derek Chandler.
You know, and the thing that's really helped create that play tonight, Randy, or especially here in the second half, Courtney's made good yardage on it, is we've had a little bit of success running the football with the tailback, and we've got to have that, or they're going to just continuously key on Courtney. But a good job of blocking there and an excellent job of faking by quarterback Courtney Cole.
Steve Edwards checks into the Bobcat offensive backfield. D. Bright is slot left. Split right is Muldrew. Hand off to Edwards. He busts through into Panther territory at the 47, 1st and 10.
Well, you know, I'll tell you, if you're playing defense, you're never going to get shortchanged with an opportunity to play contact football when Steve Edwards is running it. You know, we've talked about him all year. He just likes contact. He runs the football awfully hard, and but give credit to the offensive line as they opened up a nice hole there for Steve Edwards.
Rusty Beck leads that big line up to the line of scrimmage. Split right is Muldrew. Slot left is Bright. Cole fakes, goes out to the right side now. Gain of about 5 again as the Bobcat offense is churning yardage and doing things that demoralizes the defense.
Yep, and saw Ryan Walker out there trying to throw a block for Courtney and able to pick up about 5 yards there on the little quarterback keeper, and the Bobcats be faced with a 2nd and 5.
Ball's marked at the 42 of the Panthers. Bobcats started this drive at the 20. Again, the Bobcats increasing their, and there's an official timeout as Courtney Cole ties his shoelaces. Corey comes over and says, "What's the play, Courtney?" let's get it in and get started. Play clock starts it in.
Yeah, here we go with the play clock. They reset it back to 25 as the Bobcats come to the line.
Muldrew split left, slot right, Bright. The tight end is Ramsey on the right side. 2nd down and 5. Cole hands off to Holyfield. Holyfield makes a miss and just slips after a gain of a yard. He had one man to get by, and he was going, but just slipped on his pivot.
The coach is doing it, yeah, and he did there, and the coach is doing a much better job running a little bit more with authority here. That time, you know, an Ashdown tackler's arm didn't really slow him down, and if he hadn't have slipped, he would have picked up nice yardage, but brings up a 3rd and 3 for the Bobcats.
Ball's marked just inside the 40 of the Panthers on 3rd down and 3. Muldrew is split left, slot right is Bright. Edwards is tailback, pitch to Edwards. Edwards gets the 1st down. Yes, sir.
Yeah, going to get the 1st down. That's the first time tonight we've seen a little quick pitch there. And as I see the referee spot the ball just past the 1st down marker, the Bobcats will get a new set of downs.
Boy, Corey Muldrew does such a great job of blocking, especially on that kind of play.
I'll tell you, we talk so much about receiving, but that's really one of the strong points of Corey is his blocking downfield.
Muldrew and Bright go to the right side. Holyfield back at the tailback slot. Dropping back is Cole. Throwing to Muldrew, has him at the 25.
That's just a little hook-in pattern that Corey ran a good route, and Courtney delivered it right on the money, and just a nice pickup there. And the Bobcat passing game clicking right now as Courtney's just done a fantastic job the whole season throwing the football, and really the last 2 games specifically.
Now the Bobcats, Muldrew and Bright, go to the right side. The reverse to Muldrew along the left side. Muldrew trying to get outside, does at the 25, the 20, knocked out of bounds by Derek Chandler at the 20.
Yeah, and Ashdown did a pretty good job of defending it, but I think that was an excellent play to call, as you see the Bobcat playbook being opened up, and a lot of diversity here with the play calling, running and passing through the reversing. Courtney picked up 4, almost 5 on the play.
2nd down and a short 6 for the Bobcats at the 20 of the Panthers. 54 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. Bobcats lead by 7, 21-14, and this drive has eaten up a lot of clock. And there's a flag thrown, and that may be just a lineup on the defense offsides.
Well, it could be. Maybe the Bobcat offsides. I think that's what it is.
Well, Corey's upset about it because I think it may have been him, and this referee's setting them up over there. That's where you line them up, and
I know they called on Corey, and he doesn't like it because, you know, they go out there every play and they, you know, they kind of check with the referee, make sure everything's where it should be, and then they call the offsides on him.
Muldrew and Bright now to the right side on 2nd and 10 now at the 25. Cole is fighting for his life. He gets outside. Great job by Courtney Cole to just beat the defense. Knocked out of bounds on the Ashdown side, and for the 1st down.
One of the things that, you know, we don't talk about Courtney either. You know, I've had him in my weight room a long time. He's a strong little rascal, and, you know, they had that play read pretty good. They brought a little blitz in there and kind of messed it up in the beginning, but Courtney Cole does not go down easily by arm. He's not very big, but he's awful strong and showed good power there, escaping that arm tackle by the Ashdown Panther. 1st and 10 for the Cats at the 12 of the Panthers. Unbalanced line to the left. Handoff to the left goes to Holyfield. A gain of a yard inside. Tough yardage there. 2nd down and 9 for the Cats. And just nothing there for the Bobcats as this 3rd quarter gets down to under 30 seconds. And Courtney looking at Coach Kell to get the last play in, probably one more play before this quarter ends.
2nd down, and it's been a great AAA Southwest Conference game, and the Bobcats have it 3rd down and 10 at the Panther 12.
Well, you know, you see the evidence as we talked early in the game. This is not the same old Ashdown team that you come up and beat handily. A spirited game tonight from these Ashdown Panthers.
Bobcats send 3 men to the left. Ramsey split right. Lone setback is Holyfield. Cole pitches to Holyfield, trying to get out the left side, and he is knocked out of bounds, or out off his feet at least, and probably a loss of a couple of yards.
Yep, just no chance of pursuit over there, and you know, DeCosta just couldn't get the ball outside, and the Bobcats will be faced with a 4th down as we see Coach Kell sending Steve Edwards into the game and giving Courtney Cole the 4th down play, and it's going to bring up a 4th and about 11 for the Bobcats here with 11:23 left in this football game.
The ball's marked on the 13. Muldrew and Bright to the right side. Edwards and Sarles are the running backs. Play action, throw across the middle, and Edwards is open, just overthrew him at about the 5-yard line.
Yep, and you know, it was an open play, just couldn't execute it as Ashdown holds the Bobcats from scoring, and they'll take over the football and try to tie this football game up.
Now the ball will be marked at the 12. Ashdown will take over 88 yards from a touchdown with 11:07 left in this game, trailing the Cats 21-14. Danny Young, number 12, split left. Henderson, the quarterback. Pounds, 40, is the fullback. Handoff to Muldrew. Ricardo Muldrew on the right side. He gets around and is knocked out of bounds by Billy Roberts.
Yep, and nice job of running the football there by Ashdown. They got outside on us and moved the football out and got nice breathing room as the football placed almost squarely on the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 Panthers at their own 25. 11:02 left in this game. Clock stopped on the out-of-bounds play. Young split far left. Slot right's Hill. Hand off to Ricardo Muldrew on the right side again. Running room. Knocked out of bounds by Billy Roberts at about the 43-yard line of the Panthers.
Well, they're just exploiting us getting to the outside there, and apparently we're either getting blocked or just setting ourselves in bad position there and moving the football. So Ashdown came out of that little hole quickly.
1st and 10, 2 first downs, moves the ball up to the 43 of the Panthers. Corey Muldrew checks in for Billy Roberts. 10:55, again, the clock stopped on the out-of-bounds play. Young split left. Greg Muldrew over there on him. Rolling is Henderson. And Jacob Jones can't knock him out, but a host of other Bobcats knock him out, and that is Flannery, also Pace and Edwards knock him out of bounds, but not after another Ashdown 1st down deep at the 45 of the Bobcats.
And Coach Malone took a shot on that one as Henderson came flying out of bounds, and Ashdown moving to change there, and we see Billy Roberts coming back into the game.
10:47 left in this ball game. Ashdown threatening quickly. 3 first downs on this drive that started on the 12th. Henderson hands off to Muldrew. Picking his way, picked up there by Nick Edwards, who stayed home there after a couple of yard gain.
You know, and that was a pretty good play by Nick, but on those little sweeps, the pursuit just is going to have to take better angles, and right now they're doing a good job of sealing us off, our linemen off to the inside, and we've just got to do a better job of that, but bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Ashdown Panthers.
Ball's marked at the Bobcat 43. Young split far left. Slot right is Ulysses Hill, the sophomore. Handoff on the counter to Hill. And Corey Muldrew drags him down. A gain of a couple. 3rd down and 6 for Ashdown.
Well, they had our linebackers in line block, but Corey Muldrew recognized the play, came up, made a sure tackle, bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Ashdown Panthers. Excuse me, 3rd and 6 for the Ashdown Panthers.
Ball just on the outside of the Bobcat. Young split left. Collier goes wide right. Henderson dropping back. He gets the pass off to Muldrew. Muldrew and Corey Muldrew can't get him, still knocked out of bounds, but not after a 1st down on a well-executed screen play down to the Bobcat 28.
Yep, there was a screen play, and you know, the Bobcats had one man over there, and he just couldn't make the tackle, and just didn't really recognize that as quickly as we needed to as a defense, and Ashdown able to keep their drive alive.
Ball's actually marked at the 29 of the Bobcats. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. 21-14 Bobcats lead. Young split left. And boy, the Panthers have been successful on that screen pass here tonight. Henderson hands off to Muldrew. Bobcats miss him at the line. Muldrew close to another 1st down deep in Bobcat territory inside the 20 at the 19.
Yeah, that play, Ashdown's running game has been effective against us tonight. That play there has certainly been effective there, as I think we're going to have a measurement here as Ashdown came awful close to picking up the 1st down.
9-10 left in the ball game. Bobcats lead by 7. But Ashdown is moving the ball on this drive, started at their own 12, and have been impressive in moving this ball down the field.
Well, they certainly have, and you know, as we knew coming in, looking at scores from games past this year, Ashdown can move the football without question. And right now, and to be honest with you, they really don't have a great passing attack. Their screens have been effective tonight, but primarily just running the football.
Daniel Henderson, the junior quarterback, gets the Panthers up to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 at the 19 of the Cats. Young split left. Hill is the slot back to the right side. Hand off to Muldrew, then fake to Hill. Ball's on the ground. And Ashdown may have come up with it again. Muldrew handed off back to Hill, and they recover it, but a loss of a couple.
Yep, there was a little double reverse play that just didn't get executed, and the Bobcats are able to pick up pin Ashdown back with a 2- or 3-yard loss. So fortunate play there for the Bobcats.
Chomsley Ricks is back in, number 32 at fullback for the Panthers. Hands it off to him. Ricks hit hard after a gain of a couple, and brings it back 3rd down and about, let's say, 8 or 9 for the Panthers.
Now, that was good defense there, and I see Jacob Jones getting up off the bottom of that pile and bring up a 3rd and 9 here, as Ashdown definitely in that 3rd and 4th down territory.
Ball marked at the Bobcat 18, 3rd down and 9. Young goes split right. Ricardo Muldrew is in motion to the left. Pitch to Hill. Pace runs him down inside the 15 at about the 14 and our 13-yard line to bring up 4th down for the Panthers.
Yep, going to bring up a 4th and, looks to be about 5, maybe a short 5 there for the Ashdown Panthers as Jason Patton checks back in for Paul Wilson.
7:32 left in the ball game. Clock running. Bobcats lead by 7. Critical 4th down here. 4th and 5.
Watch the snap counts and play defense.
Henderson hands off to Ricks, and he will not get the 1st down. Bobcats will take over at their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, it looks to me, as you see the referee signaling, a good job of Bobcat defense to hold him when they had to, but You know, I think the quarterback Henderson reading the option there and thought that Chongsley Riggs had something there, but the Bobcats just shut it down quickly as their offense comes back onto the football field with 7:14 remaining. And of course, the job here, number one, don't make any mistakes deep in your own territory and try to move the football out and get a little breathing room.
Bobcats have it, 7:14 left with the lead of 7, 21-14. Handoff to Steve Edwards following Jared Sarles and an offensive line in there across the 15, marking it about the 15, second down for the Cats.
Yep, pretty good yardage there on first down play, just the tailback dive there as the ball marked just inside the 15-yard line. It's going to bring up a second and about 5.
At the 15 of the Bobcats, Muldrew split right, slot left is Bright. Sarles and Edwards are the running backs. Courtney Cole hits Muldrew at the 25, the 30. It's a foot race with Hill. He gets by him at the midfield, 45-40, and that will be an 85-yard touchdown for Corey Muldrew.
No flags there, and Ashdown had the blitz on, but Corey just run his little kind of looked like a down and out. I'm not sure, but Courtney Cole did a good job of getting the football to him. He evaded that first tackler, and then it was just one-on-one, and Corey used his great athletic ability to juke that defender, and from there, no one going to catch Corey Muldrew.
And he's such a great athlete. He's such a pleasure to watch play football. With 6:26 left in this ball game, Bobcats lead 27-14. And Colin Pilkington will attempt the point after. Bobcats lead 28-14. Kick by Tremaine Lacey to Hill. And he is stopped there by the Bobcats at the 25. First and 10, Ashdown trailing the Bobcats by 14.
Well, just, you know, as we talked about tonight for this football game, we expected to see a lot of offense. We have seen a lot of offense. We've seen some big plays by the Bobcats. We've seen some nice grinded out drives by the Ashdown Panthers, and with 6:20 left, Ashdown trailing by 2 touchdowns.
Henderson, the quarterbacks, Young split left, hand off to Ricardo Muldrew, and he busts through the Bobcat line, close to another first down. Let's see, they'll mark it at the 33, second down and 2 for the Panthers.
You know, I really guess you have to give some credit. We talk about the skill people for Ashdown and their good speed, but apparently a pretty well-oiled offensive line or unit for this Ashdown Panthers squad.
Young split left. Hand off to Pounds. Brandon Pounds hit by Edwards as he gets into the defensive secondary. First and 10 Panthers at their own 45, and quickly Ashdown with 5:46 is driving again.
And I tell you, you have to be impressed by this Brandon Pounds fullback for Ashdown. Steve Edwards put a good lick on him, and a lot of times they don't go forward after Steve comes up to bring him down.
Young split left. Collier split right. Hand off to Ricardo Muldrew again along the right side. He weaves his way through for a gain of about 7. Second down and 3 for the Panthers.
Well, no question. Still plenty of time. Ashdown picking up big chunks of yardage with their running game here at 5:23 left in the fourth quarter.
Let's mark it second down and 4 for the Panthers. Just across into Bobcat territory at the 49. Rolling left is Henderson. He is not sold by Steve Edwards as Edwards stops him for no gain. 3rd and 4 for the Panthers.
Yep, and Steve made the play there. Paul Wilson made a little bit of mistake, got caught up and didn't keep his containment, but Steve came flying from his safety position, had the receivers covered, and did a good job of making the tackle and bringing up the 3rd down with 4:40 left in this football game.
Importantly, that clock is running. 4:35 now left in this ball game. Bobcats lead by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Young goes split right. Henderson pitches to Muldrew deep in his own backfield. Bobcats get good pursuit, but Muldrew breaks through for the first down inside the Bobcat 45 at the 44. 1st and 10 Panthers with 4:16 left in this game.
Yeah, Ryan Walker almost got him, but he just didn't really have the angle to make the tackle. But we've just been a little bit weak on the corners tonight because that was a play there that was pretty much messed up from the outset, and the Bobcats just couldn't get the pursuit out there to stop him in the backfield. So Ashdown continues their drive with 4:16 left.
1st and 10 at the Bobcat 43. Henderson dropping back, throws across the middle, just can't get Young, who is going on trying to run through the middle. 2nd down. Clock stops with 4:08.
Just a little slant pass there and poor execution there, but brings up a 2nd down as the Bobcat defense has been on the field a lot tonight because Ashdown just frankly has been driving the football on them and picking up good yardage running, and they've got to be getting tired, but they have to come up with a big stand and keep this thing at two scores.
Henderson on the option just takes it down the line, runs up the middle off tackle, and keeps running, and finally brought down at about the 37, a gain of about 5 or 6 for Henderson.
Henderson is a good little running quarterback there, and I think the option probably more than anything. You know, Ashdown does a lot of faking. They run the option, they run misdirections, and I think the Bobcats maybe not used to or not having seen this type of offense has created a little bit of a problem tonight.
3rd down and 4, let's make it. Henderson dropping back. Christian has him, he gets out of his grasp. Jacob Jones can't get him. Alex Flannery finally brings him down near a 1st down, and Henderson, as slippery as he is, gets close to the 1st down, and it is a 1st and 10 at the 33 of the Bobcats.
Yeah, we had him, and what happened, he broke containment once again, and J.D. Sampson kind of had him, the only one out there in his position. Of course, Johnson not nearly quick enough to run Henderson down, but he did a good job of getting outside, getting on the outside.
3:14 clock running left in this game. Henderson and Williams now split right. Rolling right is Henderson. And the Bobcats, Patton and Christian, bring him down for a loss of about 10 yards.
Well, I'm going to credit Michael Christian with making that play. He and Patton both made the tackle, but Jason kind of got caught up inside, and Michael took a right angle at him and really created that play, and that was a nice play by Michael Christian and also Jason Patton. But the Bobcats caused the lost yardage here, brings up a 2nd and about 20 with 2:35 left in the game.
Clock running, Bobcats lead by 14. Henderson dropping back again, and Christian gets him, almost intercepted by Alex Flannery, and Alex was looking for the touchdown there. He saw it.
He was off to the races there, but they had the screen on again, it looked like, and I didn't catch the Bobcat that had pressure on, but
that was Michael Christian. He did a good job.
Again, 3rd and 20 for Ashdown with 2:25 left. And the Bobcats need to come up with 2 big plays and get out of here of Ashdown, get out of Ashdown with a hard-fought victory.
Well, we knew it would be this kind of game. We knew it would be a hard-fought game from the Panthers. Henderson hands off to, where's the ball? And that was a trick play. And the Bobcats really did a good job of defending it. And Bub, why don't you call that play for us?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to call. I looked, and I knew that the man coming around the left end didn't have it. I thought quarterback Henderson had it. And the only thing I can guess, they laid the football on the ground. Nebraska used to run a play.
They never snapped the balls, what they happened. They took off like they were going to snap it. The center hands it off to the guard after they see what kind of pursuit happens to the defense.
But brings up a 4th and 12 for the Bobcat defense.
Good read by the Bobcat defense with 1:42 left. Henderson dropping back. Pace hits him. He hits Hill. Hill looking for running room, but he'll be short of the first down, as I know Steve Edwards in there, Greg Muldrew also in there for the Cats, and one other, Jacob Jones.
And Jacob did a good job there. He had it read pretty quickly, but you see a tired but a victorious Bobcat defense coming off the field. It's been a long night for these guys. I think probably some of them are playing hurt tonight, but they only gave up 14 points to an awful good offense tonight, even though Ashdown didn't move the football. Just an outstanding effort because they had to play a lot of football tonight.
Bobcats, David Williams, number 11, a freshman coming in. I tell you, if you hadn't seen him play on the junior high team, they brought him up after the junior high season. He is an outstanding running back, and boy, he's going to have some great years as a Bobcat. He's in the ball game. Hand off to the fullback, Jared Sorrells. Sorrells breaks through to the 43 with 1:27 left in this game. Jared Sorrells gets a Bobcat first down.
I think Jared Sorrells probably has his best rushing night ever as a Bobcat. Has had several positive yardage plays tonight from his fullback position, and a good hole opened up there by the right side of the Bobcat line.
1:23 clock running left in this game. Bobcats lead 28-14 and will get a big victory and stay as co-leaders in AAA Southwest, move their record to 4-1. Muldrew split right, slot left is Bright. Cole tries to take a quarterback sneak, just nothing there. Whistles blow, and it'll bring second down with 58 seconds. Clock running left in this game.
Well, you know, hard fought is about the best way to describe this. Awful impressed with where this Ashdown program has come from over the last 3 years, with Mark Watley directing the program over here. Much improved Ashdown squad. Coach Kell told me that on his show Monday, and they certainly made believers out of me.
And Courtney Cole will just take the snap and then hit his knee on second down, and 25 seconds left, and that will be all of this game as the clock will run out and the Bobcats will win. Stadium in Ashdown, where the Hope Bobcats have won a big AAA Southwest Conference victory over the Ashdown Panthers, 28-14. A hard-fought game here in Ashdown. The Bobcats players of the game, number 80 senior Corey Muldrew and number 52 junior Michael Christian, both did an outstanding job along with a lot of other Bobcats to win this game. I tell you what, this is one of the most hard-fought games I've seen all year, Corey. You had a great game tonight. 7 catches, 193 yards, 3 touchdowns. It looked like a kind of game that was hard-fought. What was it like on the field?
Well, early in the season, it was like the defense. They had it going real good, and they all, you know, D.J. Pace already told us the offense need to pick it up, and so, you know, it's starting to switch a little bit. The defense still holding on, and the offense helping out a whole lot more late in the season.
Well, you know, right before halftime, it's 7-7, and Ashdown's down deep in their own territory, and they try that fake punt and throw a pass, and we get the ball at the 20. And what'd you think? With a minute left, we got the ball at the 20. Did you think we could put it in from there?
Oh, most definitely. I didn't know what they would think. I guess they were sort of giving the game up right there, and they gave us so that we had to take it, and so we
well, that's
got
right.
7 points.
You take what your opponent gives you in a game like this. You got to take that to make your own breaks. Now, Corey, I want you to tell us about that 85-yard touchdown pass and run. You're running down the field, and you get to midfield, and there's a real fast guy, number 21, Hill. He's one of the faster guys for Ashdown, and you just kind of let him miss you, didn't you?
Well, it had me a couple. I was on defense, and I had gone on the sideline, and the receiver cut back on me, and so I picked that up along the season, I guess, and I made him miss, and Gray right there behind me. Gray had anybody else that was coming, and I outran everybody else.
Well, you did a great job. Always impressed with your ability after you catch the ball to make things happen, Corey, and certainly tonight you did that. Also, I don't think you get enough credit on offense for your blocking. You really did a good job tonight, and hey, no penalties.
Well, that's probably my weakest part of my game, my blocking, but I think everybody, the whole team played pretty good, and it was a big win for us.
It really was. Congratulations. And now I'll turn over to Bubba with Michael Christian.
Okay, Michael Christian, number 52 here for the Hope Bobcats. defensive tackle. And Mike, you know, this is a much improved Ashdown team this year compared to the last couple of years. Definitely gave you guys a lot of trouble. They moved the football on. You got some yards outside, but again, your defense came up big, did the things you have to do, and that's to keep them out of the end zone. You only gave up 14 points to a team that scored 29 against Malvern. This is a pretty good Ashdown team.
Seemed like 100, but yeah, they were very talented. I just got to thank the Lord for allowing us to win this game. He gave us the win to finish up. I mean, it got old being on that field. I mean, I'm telling you, the defense had to suck it up. Our linebackers played a heck of a game. Our backs and back, Corey, I'm telling y'all.
Mike, you know, you 4-1 the conference, obviously tied for the conference lead. We don't know at this time how Malvern and Magnolia came out tonight, but you know, the Bobcats fighting for the very minimum a share of the AAA Southwest Conference title. And you think you guys have any trouble getting up for the Magnolia Panthers next Friday night in Hammond Stadium?
I'll tell you what, if we have a crowd like we had tonight at Hammond Stadium, I don't think we'll have any problem. We just got to take one game at a time and just take the appropriate steps to winning the championship.
I think you're going to have about 3 or 4 times the crowd at Hammond Stadium next week, and they're all going to be yelling for the Hope Bobcats. But my congratulations to your defense. Another good job. I know you guys got tired, but that's just kind of the character of the football team. You do what you have to do and get it done. And tell old Corey Mulder he played pretty good defense out there tonight himself. Well, a great game for the Bobcats, a big victory for them as the Bobcats stay at least in a tie for first place in AAA Southwest. Next week at Hammond Stadium, the Bobcats take on arch rival Magnolia, conference foe Magnolia, a big game, and the Bobcats hope to see all of you out to watch the Cats in person, then watch it on replay on KTSS. Until next week from Hammond Stadium, I'm Randy Wright along with Bubba Powers on KTSS Channel 55.